Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are going to check out Potion Craft. It is a game that was having a demo back in February, I believe it was, and I played quite a bit of that. And it's an alchemy simulator, or a simulator in air quotes. Not really a simulator, but a really neat game around being an alchemist and having to discover all kinds of recipes and brewing potions, as the name would suggest. So what we are going to do here is check out what has changed since the demo back then, and try to discover more than just the first chapter, which was available in the demo. And you are going to come along on a journey together with me. We are going to check it out. The only thing I've done so far is check out the tutorial once again, and that's it. So I'm certainly not a noob in the game, as I've played over 10 hours in the demo, but yeah, there will be learning experiences. So let's jump into a new game, and I'm quickly walking you through the various game mechanics and what you're seeing here, while probably skipping a few of these dialogues, which are all nicely written, good tutorial in general. But now let's get into it. And thus the story beginneth. So we are novice alchemists, and we're wandering around the world and find a place to settle. That is quite nice. An abandoned house. Wouldn't you know? That is looking exactly like mine here. No, not quite. But also I don't have magic mushrooms growing in the garden. Or have I? So we are opening a shop. Oh, that was fixed up quickly. That was very, very, very nicely done. So basically, what you have as the core is ingredients and a pot. And that pot can be stirred. So we are supposed to throw in all of these ingredients now, and you can see what happens with those as we go along the map. And you draw a path as we throw them in here, and those ingredients. And we can now start stirring, and as you stir very slowly, you progress slowly. If you stir fast, then you progress quickly. And there we have found something that is the marker for some kind of potion effect. And now to finish off the potion and lock it in, you have to heat the brew. And you do that by manually finishing it off like this until it says poof. Poof! Poof! There we go. So now we can also make more of each ingredient by first extracting a little bit more from it by just grinding it down. And you can see how that changes the path while I'm moving this around, the mortar. There you can see that, yeah, we are slowly progressing along the path, and there we have the maximum possible effect. Now we can take this mush and throw it in here. And now that has had a much larger effect than the original. As you can see here, it would go only to... I used the flower as my mouse pointer there. It would only go to this cross, but if we grind it down, it could go all the way to there. So now we basically have made the same potion with just half the ingredients. And we stir it, and there we go. We heat it, and poof, there we go. And we can save the recipe. It's a standard one. But of course, there is not just brewing potions, you also have to sell them. And that is where we come to the sales mechanics, which are very simple. So he wants to have a healing potion, we drag that on there, and then we can just sell it if we wanted to. Let's also just briefly appreciate the art style of this game. It is wonderfully consistent. I've rarely seen something that gels so well in a unique way. This is is very high end in terms of design choices. I love it. It's great. So there's a haggle mechanic in here, and we are putting this one on there. And then when we press haggle, then we get a bit of a sliding bar where you can, if you time it right, you can shift the scale towards your end and get some more money. And who doesn't like more money? So we do that here. We wait a little. Haggle, 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 and boom. There we go. Yes, we made $1 extra. Beautiful. Let's sell it. So now we have no more suitable potions available, but customers wait forever. So this is not a stressful game. This is a very careful and Killrob-like game where you can pause a lot. No, you don't even have to pause. It's always paused, which I love because I'm not one of those people who are so that quick on their mouse toes. And we have the Enchanted Garden, yes. So now someone wants to have a potion with a bit more of an effect, and that would be poison. And so, yeah, poison potion. We don't have any ingredients, so what we're going to do is head over to our magic mushrooms in the garden and see what has grown there. Well, conveniently, just the stuff that we need to actually make that potion happen. So she wants to get this potion, but of course it needs brewing. So let's go over here. And poison is the effect that is kind of mirrored from healing over to this side. So what we're going to do there is take the firebell and mush it all up until the maximum effect has been reached, like this. Throw it in there. Take this one, mush it up, and do the same thing. And there we are, all golden. Throw it in, waggle the thing a bit, and there we have a potion effect. And we gotta heat it to lock it in. There we go. Finish the potion, or save the recipe, finish the potion. And now, well, how about you go poison your mice now? And we put it on there. This is exactly what I need. And we can also haggle a bit. This is looking very simple. We can also go multiple rounds if we think that is actually beneficial. They do tend to become a little more difficult, but we made some good cash with it. Ah, the money. Sell. Oh yeah, and of course you can miss those as well, and then it tips to the other side, but it has a detrimental effect that is larger than the advantageous effect that you get out when you hit one. So you gotta be quite careful with this. So now we have done everything we can do today in this tutorial, and we are going to end the day. Day number 1 is all done. And we just lay down and go to sleep. Hope that no one poisons us in our sleep, and that should be the tutorial. So day 2, we got a lot of stuff in here. And now let's see what other things we have. We have reached level 2 already, so let's take a quick look, a glance at this. A little backwards, starting with the talent tree, I guess, but it's very simple. You can have more radius so that you see more of what is going on this alchemy map of yours. If we just head down, that is this map. So wherever your potion is, you have a radius of vision. And the larger that vision radius is, the more of the map you uncover while you go out and explore. And this is an interesting kind of game mechanic in this, which I really like. That is, there's a lot of exploration in this game, in a weird way. Alchemy practice basically is your gain experience faster trait, because that one spawns on the map little icons for experience gain, and if you cross them while you're brewing your potion, you collect them and gain experience. So this is basically advance faster down the tree, or down the trees, and then trading, get more profit, and haggling. Haggling has a larger effect. You see those little book icons. That is exactly the experience that I meant. I could have just shown you on the map. But let's quickly go through what is on here. So the day we're currently on, your cash, of course, your popularity level, how many customers are showing up and so on, and your reputation, and that can go negative or positive, I believe. And that also gives you... No, wait a second. I thought I may be conflating this with your kind of good-evil lean. So, reputation, I don't quite know what it does at the moment, and there's no tooltip there explaining it. Anyway, so what more do we have? Recipe book. We have saved the weak potion of poisoning already. We do have the weak potion of healing. I think they've updated this. This wasn't as good as this before. Yeah, you now see a lot more in here. Oh, continue brewing from here. Now that is interesting. Okay, that is new. Also, this is new. That they are showing how to do it exactly. What exactly you did in order to get there. Previously, you basically had to note that down yourself. What is also new is that there are different bases for potions, or at least this is being hinted at. This wasn't shown before, and when you see here, we can have a different base for our potions. Well, we don't have any options just yet, so I'm looking forward to discovering what the different bases do. Oh man, there could be some crazy stuff like the base rotating the effect angles of these, because they are all like 90 degrees to each other, starting at 0 or north. And just imagine a base is actually rotating them. I don't know if that is the case, but we shall find out. Then we have the Alchemist Path, which basically gives you a pathway to finishing the chapter. And along the way, you get kind of achievements, which also give you more experience. So the path to level. And there are a lot of... Ooh, okay. I didn't quite expect there to be that many chapters, but yeah. If they are as large as the first one, maybe I overplayed it in the demo actually. But yeah, that seems pretty large in terms of content. So I guess we shall find out. What we have created so far were weak potions. The closer you match what you have in here, the outline of this potion, we were just like touching it. That gives you a weak potion. If you're almost on it, you get a like medium strength potion, and if you're exactly on there, then you get a strong potion. And we want to refine some recipes to create those stronger potions because they give more money and they make people happy. And okay, here we go. Legendary recipes. Oh, that's neat. Okay, that is new, of course. That was not part of the demo. And we have our alchemy machine sitting down here. We have discovered the old cellar, the basement, and look at that. It is a scrap heap of a broken alchemy machine, and our task is to restore this one in order... Oh, what do we have there? That is the various recipes. Uh-huh. And I see, okay, here you have to go through and create these salts, those special ones. The Void Salt, reagent creating albedo and Void Salt. Okay, cool. So new components in there, and you have to fill them with these potion effects. Woo, that's a lot. And by just doing that, we all discovered that we have a new level up. So what do we want to get into first? Alchemy map visibility radius is of course quite handy. Alchemy practice as well, because that just allows us to get places quicker. But okay, one thing that I'm spotting here is already from a game balance mechanic points of view, or min-maxing point of view rather, that if you pick 1 in alchemy practice, that is quite a lot better than picking 2. Because the second point you put in there is only half the effect of the first one. Let's go alchemy practice. And then we can go and... Do we want to go radius? The first set of potions is not really that in need of a larger visibility radius. So let's instead go... Prices become 5% more profitable always. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the way to go. We can continue down this path for a little while, because that is linear progression. So by linear, that means that it is naturally diminishing returns, because going from 115% profit, or rather price, to 120% is not as large a step as going from 100% to 105%. And you can see here that we are already picking off a few items on the list in Chapter 1. And yeah, okay, that's looking like most of them will be discovered fairly quickly anyway. Now, let's get to the bread and butter. We need to make potions. So first, let's go and explore towards this end, and if we see anything, then, which is likely, I guess, then we can just continue down that route, or we can go down from here by just making us touch with the Terraria, the healing. So let's grind this up. There we go. And we will collect in this, because last time we went down and then this way. Now we're going the other way. We're going this way and then this way. And in the meantime, we are going to collect these books. So let's throw that in there. And whoa, that progressed quickly. And now I'm probably able to show you what these skeletons are doing there. No, we're not quite touching them. But this is kind of potion deadland. If you are going through this area too much, the potion drains and basically is destroyed. So you got to watch out for that. We are pretty much on top of this one now. This is looking good, but we're not quite reaching. So let's throw in... oh, we did throw in the water bloom first, yes. And now we throw in the Terraria, and that would make it touch if we go all the way. And what would it be? Like, we can throw that in, so this path is now locked in. You see this? Yeah. Okay. This is our pathway. Let me show you. This is our pathway to brewing a much stronger potion. So, I'm going to throw in another one of these. Only need this one straight up. We do have this little... what do you call it? Bassinet or something. That we can pour water into the cauldron. And that will move it back towards the base. This is the base. This is the water base. So if you pour water into it, of course it moves further down towards its base in terms of effect. So what we can do now is just stir around a bit, stir the pot, and now we want to overshoot slightly. You have strength effect 1, we have strength effect 2. Do we reach 3 just by going there? No, not quite. So what we do now is overshoot in a way that gives us something like this. And now if you pour water into it, it should move towards there, as you can see with this little arrow. So be very careful. Very careful. Very careful. There. There. Okay. Alright, we're not quite hitting it. We need to stir some more. We need to go further this way. And now we need to put in some more water. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, we need to go further. I think this is perfect. Now let's continue. More water. And do we get the 3? There you go. That is a strong healing potion. And we are going to save this recipe. But first, we need to heat it. So let's go. Boof! Boof! Goal achieved! There we go. And we're going to save this as our strong healing potion. You have a limited amount of space in your... Ooh, yeah, save a recipe. That was a lot of... Right, we're gaining levels so fast. This was... where was I going? Yeah, there's a limited amount of space in your recipe book. You can upgrade that too. But now, finish the potion. And that only cost us 1 ingredient extra. Let's, by the way, see what we have in our garden. Oh, 4 of the... Wow. Okay. That's a lot. And magic mushroom. That's the magic mushrooms I was talking about. Let's see their effects. You can see the path they are going to take in those little previews. Yeah, looking good. Wind bloom. You have that. Water bloom. Terraria. And let's see what this one does. Weird shroom. Yeah. That is a good one if you want to... if you want to have all kinds of options for how you can get a maximum potency potion out of that, because it goes such a weird path that you can basically use it to get into a good spot for making it the most potent one possible. Even more shrooms over there. What does this one do? Dryad Saddle. Goes all over the place. Also, what seems to be the case is that these are fairly random. I would assume that they have streamlined it slightly so that on the first day or you play, you always get kind of the same, but then it's randomized or something. I'm not quite sure it's that, but if I were designing it, I would probably be looking to do something like that, just to make sure that people don't get screwed over on day one. Oh yeah, and by the way, this map is quite large. I should tell you that. You can go far, and it becomes very difficult to navigate in those extremes. I've been around this map in the demo completely, but yeah, this will take a while to get to. So we've gained a few level ups, 2 more talent points to spend, and yeah, I mean, we talked about this one. Trading, yeah, probably. We could put both points into here to get a head start on our trading, just getting more money in so we can buy more ingredients, which will further accelerate our cash grab. On the other hand, getting a 10% bonus there, this is going up linearly. So that, actually, this is a little weird. This is balanced the opposite way. This is actually getting better the further you go. So you don't want to just put in 1 point. So you want to put in as many as possible, as quickly as possible. Or no, not necessarily, but as you start, you want to go as far as you can in order to maximize the effect, because radius increases linearly. That means the area that you uncover goes up quadratically. But first things first, we have 2 talent points. We have not served any customer yet, so let's become trading gods. And let me guess, what do they want? Alchemist, healing potion. Oh, I think I got something for you there. A bandit shot me through the shoulder. Oh, that actually sounds pretty rough, mate. Yeah, you will like this one. Yeah, 29. You see, we probably would have gotten something like, what would have been, like 13 or something for the weak healing potion. That wouldn't have been enough for him, basically. And we are only spending 1 more resource. So, yeah, that is pretty solid. Do we want to haggle for this? I think so. Let's go ahead and haggle a little. Chip, 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 chip. No! Okay, well, okay, there we go. What does he want? Trouble invasive beetles. That is eating harvest. So, poison them all. Does it have a negative effect if I give him a strong poison potion so that everyone who eats the grains later dies? That would be funny. But, yeah, so poison potion it is. Let's make the poison potion, and that is where we're going to wrap up afterwards then. I think that's a good point. Oh, this one is a little tricky. Yeah. How do we get the perfect one? Because, well, we can go down here, which is pretty much spot on for where we need to be in terms of this. So let's first do that, even though we don't get any extra books from it. So, are you done? Yep. Okay. Flop that in there. And now, we need a fire bell to get over there. And then, are we a little below? My problem here is that the path starts out by going up. You see that? That means if we plop in another one, we still won't get the perfect one. Alright, let's throw that in. We are slightly below, though. We are slightly below optimal. So that is good. So if we just have something that... Now, you see this? This doesn't pass through the center. This is not good enough. Do we have anything else that we could do here to get that? Oh, yeah, well, that is expensive, though. The weird shroom. Same here. This would not quite accomplish it, though. This one would also not quite accomplish that. So maybe we just leave it as this one. Give him the weak one. It's better than nothing. Alright, let's lock it in. He will be quite happy with this one, I guess. So, there we go. Weak poison potion. We need to find out a good way of doing this. Maybe we just need a certain ingredient there. 14. Yeah, I'll buy this potion, but I won't pay very much. That's because it's so weak. So we're going to haggle and going to do that and boop, 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 boop. 15. Yay, we got 1 extra gold. And we're going to sell it. There comes our last customer for the day. But this day is over already in terms of episode. I hope you enjoyed and see you guys next time.